Did you know that sales in Waialae-Kahala were up 67% since last year? This is David Buck with Harcourts Island Real Estate, here to give you the local market update for September of 2022. Well, as I mentioned, across the board, Waialae-Kahala saw the largest increase, which was up 67%. That was going from 6 sales a year ago to 10 transactions this past month. And that's great news for Waialae-Kahala. However, it's a different trend we're seeing across the board in that the single family home product, which we're talking about here, hence the backdrop, um, sales were down in 16 of 23 neighborhoods that the Honolulu Board of Realtors reports on. So it's not all rosy. We're seeing a lot less transactions taking place. However, Waialae-Kahala, as everyone knows, is kind of a highly desirable place to be, and so we're seeing a lot of trades take place there. Stay tuned, and I'll be up here very shortly to give you and share with you which neighborhood saw the largest increase in appreciation year over year in September. All right, well, downtown to Nuuanu saw the largest appreciation year over year in median sales price for single family homes. And that was up 24%, going from $1,130,000 to 1.4 million. Meanwhile, the North Shore of Oahu saw a 39% drop in median sales price, which was by far the biggest drop we've seen in any neighborhood. And that was going from 1,722,500 to 1,050,000. I'm not sure if that's got anything to do with Bill 41 or just less demand on the North Shore, or maybe just lower trades taking place in general. That's something we want to keep an eye on, because in the last market downturn, after that 07 to 08 crash, North Shore really felt the pinch, whereas East Oahu held it a little bit more. So we'll see if that trend continues if our market corrects. So, but yeah, that was kind of unheard of for the single family product in the North Shore. Stay tuned, and we'll be right up for the condo report for September. All right, well, Moanalua to Salt Lake saw the largest increase in numbers of sales year over year, and that was up 35%, going from 20 sales a year ago to 27 sales this year. That's obviously showing strength for Moanalua to Salt Lake. I sold a unit, this is the backdrop here at Country Club Village a few months back, and it's a highly desirable area close to the airport. Lots of military bases with, Hickam, Tripler, and Fort Shafter all right there. But as we're talking about the condo transactions, they were down in 13 of the 23 neighborhoods, so not as bad as the single family home as far as drop in sales. But Moanalua to Salt Lake once again took that number one spot for transaction. And stay tuned, and we'll cover the appreciation for condos in September. All right, well, our final category is appreciation for condominiums on Oahu in September. And Ala Moana to Kakaako saw the largest appreciation by quite some amount, up 72%. And that was going from 405,000 to 695,000. You might ask yourself, how can you get a condo in Ala Moana Kakaako that cheap? But there are some lower priced in the condos in the Ala Moana area, such as Ala Moana Hotel, where you could get condo hotels for relatively inexpensive. So with that said, I just wanted to cover that for Ala Moana Kakaako. But just jumping back to the North Shore, depreciation or value saw the largest hit for single family homes in the North Shore. However, it's quite contrary with the condos out there, because they saw the second most appreciation, which was going from 646,000 to 930,000, which is up 44%, and that's a huge contrast. So as we always talk about, every neighborhood is different. So to find out what's going on in your particular neighborhood, feel free to give us a call and reach out. Aloha.